Oh, Mary Sue?
Oh, um,
That was that was beautiful. I don't know if I should like clap or
um,
do you want me to leave you alone?
no, I was, hmm,
I I've been uh you okay?
I just wanted to feel like a child again. And I even loved to dance. At least I used to, and then I stopped, obviously, after I went to my auntie's.
My stop.
It's hard to dance in a cage.
I'm always not quite great at dancing, so
You don't have to be good at it. As long as you move your body, that's what counts, right?
I mean, mm, I don't think I'm very good at moving my body neither. I just kind of it just happens sometimes.
And that's the way to do it. It's not necessarily following any sort of pattern or anything. Sometimes you're just following the way the wind blows, letting it take your arms and legs, or the water.
I mean, sometimes I trip on nothing, so I don't know if I'm quite so graceful. It looks real pretty though.
When I was a kid, I used to think you could play games with the wind. I mean, obviously it's all around you. You can't, but sometimes I thought if I just moved my body in the right way, then it would react to it. It would change its direction. Like you had some sense of control over it, even though you have control over nothing. It just, I don't know.
Who's to say it can't be that way? You know how you usually hear thunder before you see the lightning? Or
Yeah.
lightning then thunder. There we go. One of the ways. You know, and then eventually they kind of just get closer and closer to each other until they catch up and happen at the same time. I used to think they were chasing each other when I was a kid. That when one of them caught the other, just the sky'd start crying, which little silly.
I don't think it's silly at all.
Nothing wrong with trying to feel young again.
I guess. Maybe. I don't know, dancing, moving my body, it sometimes feels like the only way I can get everything that's trapped inside out. Instead of talking to anybody or doing anything. It seems like the only way you can really release it without being destructive, I guess.
Yeah, I've been given terrible advice about how to deal with that.
What's your advice that you
Oh,
given?
when you have big feelings and you don't know what to do with them, just drink more, Charlotte.
Friends. Who gave you that advice, my brother?
Dale.
Huh.
He loves you, you know. I'm fighting with Dell right now. And Eden. And a little bit Wyatt.
What are you fighting about?
Same thing everyone fights about. Lack of communication, poor communication, miscommunication. Disappointment. All boils down to the same things. Knowing that they can do better. It's hard for us, especially, the ones that pretend to be real good at talking, and I guess that makes it so. Practice makes perfect, things like that. But they're all definitely not nearly so good at talking. Is there anything I can do to help?
I don't even know what I need help with, Charlotte. I don't even know what the fuck is wrong. I just really wish I could be a kid again. so
Who
I could go
says you
to my
can't?
mama. Because she always had the answer, you know? And sometimes her answer was very wrong. It was very, very wrong, but she always had one, you know? Sometimes I feel like I'm just trying to live up to her in some way, and I just keep failing. And sometimes I'm not even trying to live up to her at all. Sometimes I just wish that I could just hug her again or feel her fixing my hair or just holding me. As if her holding me was the last place any any like, monster or demon could get me, you know? But her arms are gone now, and now
I don't know. My mother wasn't like that. I can guess what that'd be like. That's the thing. You don't have it anymore because, I mean, it wasn't her choice. Sometimes people aren't there because they can't be, even if they want to be. We just have to remember that they'd want to be.
she was the one who taught me that dance. I have no idea what it's supposed to do or the meaning behind it, but she was into magic, I guess. She always believed if you moved in a certain way and you spoke certain words, it's incantations, you know. But I can't remember the words. Only the moves. Where to place my hands, my feet. I guess it has no meaning anyway.
If it means something to you, does it need to matter more than that?
Yeah. Maybe.
What do you imagine it's doing?
Whatever it wants to. Resting, waiting. Probably waiting for me to get close enough to nip my toes.
Whatever it wants. Doesn't really matter. Gator's still a gator. Mary Sue's still a Mary Sue. Dance is still a dance. If it makes you happy, that's a meaning.
Yeah. Is he okay?
You should ask him. I know he misses you, and I know he cares a lot about you, but he is endeavoring to focus very hard on making sure everything goes right so he can prove to you in action instead of just words. Lay all the groundwork before, you know. He's trying to do right. He just doesn't always have the words like we do. You know how he can be. But I know how much he cares about you and everything he does. It's nice to see family mean so much. Maybe that's what I'm chasing after. I think if I disappeared, no one would come looking. I think if you disappeared, not a chance in hell he wouldn't find you. I've scoured the state so many times for Dell over the years. Wyatt, Eden.
They never came for you.
I always come back. Because I worry that they won't. Feels a lot of times like I am whatever I am to them, not myself. Whatever I give. But deep down, I know that's not really how it is. Some people just don't don't express their feelings the same ways we do. Or you do. I'm not much of a dancer. Um, I do other things, I guess. Write a lot.
I like to write too.
I'll have to start sending you some of my infamous long-winded performative letters.
I'd like that very much, Charlotte.
Well, if you can dance again, I can start writing more again. What?
I don't know what to do.
About what?
Everything.
That's, well, that is very unspecific. How am I supposed to help answer everything? What's the first thing, top of your head, that comes to mind?
Him?
How to fix him?
No. How to fix this goddamn everything. I was hoping Mama would talk to me, you know. Maybe she'd see me from wherever she was and say something. Show up.
Sometimes the best way for the people we care about to carry on is what we remember of them and then what we pass of them to other people. Like there's little words I've learned from people, little things I've picked up from people that are gone. And every time I use that, say it, whatever, it's like they're still, I don't know, reaching people in a way. So maybe your mother's words are in you now. Maybe it's your turn. Put on a good show, let her watch. What would you want her to say to you?
How she did it for so long. And carried the weight of knowing all this goddamn mess. And it wasn't just Lou, it was all of them. And you'd never see her struggle with it, not the way I do. And then I get scared and I act out. I think I'm doing what's best. I think I'm doing right by them. Well, then I just end up making them angry and then I run away. I want to disappear. Instead, I could just be alone again because it feels like if you're just alone, then there's no wrong moves, you know? There's no wrong words, there's no wrong feelings, there's no anything. There's just you and the reeds and the sky and the water.
Maybe that's exactly what she felt sometimes. But if that was what you really wanted, you'd be gone doing that, wouldn't you? Maybe you already know what she'd say and what she thinks. You just want someone else to say it. Because you don't trust yourself. Doesn't feel certain enough. But I'm sure it didn't feel certain for her either. It's always easier when someone else says it, tells us what to do. Less of the burden on our own shoulders. But we rarely get that luxury. And we all have it. How do you think Dell feels? How do you think Lou feels? They have it too, and they just, well, they don't go out and get to dance about it. They don't know how to talk about it. They don't know how to ask the wind sometimes. I think it's hardest on the ones who don't write as much, don't talk as much. I think your biggest struggle is probably just not believing in yourself enough.
Maybe Mama did answer me.
Maybe. Maybe you already know her answers. You just gotta believe yourself. What? The thing you learned today. Do you like hugs, Mary Sue?
Sometimes.
Would you like one? I seem to have gotten an excess of them lately, and I have some to share, I suppose. I mean, I don't have to give you one. I could take one from you, add to my stores. Hmm. I have yet to collect a dancing muddy barefoot hug. I've got to collect all of the many types.
When I'm not like this, maybe. It's very sweet of you, though.
Did you get your invitation at Thieves Landing?
Invitation?
Mm-hmm.
What invitation?
Letter?
I haven't been to check my letters for a little bit now.
Why?
It was, I was tired of fighting. I figured if I stopped responding, if I just didn't look, then no more damage could be done.
Then how do you know if there's an olive branch or not?
I don't like olives.
Does anyone really like olives? Apparently their branches are decent though.
Well, if he has a branch to give me, then he can say it himself. Not over letter.
Oh, good God, you actually get him to talk. Well, that's some talent.
That's the thing, Charlotte. We are very much both very extremely stubborn people. Since we're family, you're gonna learn that. But eventually, one of us will break. Normally, me.
Apparently same. I can out stubborn Dell, but sometimes you gasp.
Go on. What'd you say?
To who?
To me. In this letter.
I told you I'm going to Thieves Landing, and that you may feel free to join. But I weren't gonna wait, nor did I. While you were out dancing in the mud, I was making backup plans.
Congratulations.
Why did you have to say it about while you were dancing in the mud?
She gets to be angry at me for not being there. I get to be angry at her for not being there.
Did you ask her to be there?
Yes.
You sent a letter while you've already been fighting. That's not the same. She's mad at you. You're mad at her. That's not what's supposed to matter. Raspies.
That's why I was making backup plans.
So then why you gotta put her dancing in that sort of light? Everyone deserves a moment to just breathe, don't they? Don't be a fucking
Don't.
hypocrite. Oh God, please don't make me offer you a hug too. Just
No, I don't want your hug.
ow.
I already got one. What's with
There.
everyone hugging everyone right now?
Well, you were supposed to, but I was gonna do it since you wouldn't.
3 hugs in one day is a lot.
Yeah, well, sometimes things are a lot. Would you like to potentially go with us when we go talk to someone about a thing? We're building a bunch of shit. We're going to get everything sorted. He's working extra hard to make sure he's got backup plans for backup plans for backup plans because he doesn't want to let you down. He loves you very much and he's trying to focus on that. And apparently he's just what's a good way to put it?
An asshole?
I was gonna say emotionally constipated, but
I prefer
asshole
asshole.
works too.
Gonna go meet Jessamine Eaton.
I'll come if you hug me.
Oh god.
No, I said we both stubborn. Till one of us breaks. It's usually you first. I don't mind the trail company, but
But what?
I already said I was gonna meet her anyway. Don't matter to me who's with me.
You know, you ever think about it the other way that maybe it's not you breaking by giving in and giving a hug, but it was her being, gracious in the bigger person by asking for one just in a playful and roundabout way? Come on. You got better eyes than that.
Got okay eyes, but it's been foggy today.
God, I'm fucking thirsty.
It's one of the ways it looks.
She's the one that wanted me gone. I'm not gonna go crawling back.
It's not crawling back. All right. I'm a mirror. What you put into the room is what you get out. All right. Whatever you want.
You don't have to come with. I think my sister needs you far more than I do.
God,
With
it's really
Jesu.
that painful to hug me, isn't it?
No, it's
Sometimes.
because he's making about more than just a fucking hug.
Oh, what's that, huh?
When you're always so prickly, it hurts, yeah.
I'm the prickly one. Jesus,
Yeah.
did you even read the shit you sent me? At least I was nice.
I was honest.
And so was I.
No, sugary, nice.
You can be
Like
nice
you
and
always are
honest
to
at the
everyone you
same
don't know.
time. You don't always have to use the truth as a goddamn weapon.
Sometimes sugary and nice is the best way we have to avoid conflict we can't handle. You know, they say a good gauge of what a man will treat you like once he gets a little tired of you is how he treats his family.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I saw Rasps today.
How is she?
She's doing fine.
Is she healing?
Seems to be.
Good.
Mostly behaving herself.
Mostly.
This is Rasp.
Good.
I told her about what the plan is. Not all the plans, because, well, there was a lot of DOP there.
What did you tell her?
That I'm trying to get her out without breaking her out. Is that Dell shooting things again?
Well, I don't know. If she comes over asking for a hug, I'm gonna say no. She's gonna say, I'll shoot Lou if you don't give me a hug. And I'll say, I don't like to lose my stubborn crown.
Yeah, that's fair. Spoke to Zeke as well.
How is he?
All right as he can be, I guess. After robbing a bunch of doctors. And the woman on her deathbed.
Oh, he didn't touch the woman on her deathbed.
And that funny little distraction of mine that's got me wandering off so that you can't trust me to be there when I have to be. Put down $600 for them to be there to break her out. If have to be.
Well, that's very sweet of you.
Yeah.
For clarification's sake, though, it's not her that's disappearing, it's you. And it
I'm
wasn't
not
her
disappearing nowhere.
that made you disappear that time. It was you. But I let you go do what you want.
Told you I'm not disappearing nowhere.
I hope not.
I'm working to make sure we have plans, and part of that includes going to see Jessamine Eaton, which we should probably, or me, should probably go do at some point. Probably waiting on me.
Alright, you impatient fuck. Let me go fucking change. Jesus.
It's gonna be such a good show because she wants Cooper or Wyatt to come with her, and they don't know that I'm on the other side with Lou.
Yeah, I already said I'm changing. You don't gotta twist my arm. Come on now.